y'all coming to my home with this, with that mess.
Well,
I appreciate y'all coming to my house with this.
Ms. Powers, where do you suggest you meet? Would you like to come to our office?
Excuse me?
Would you like to come to our office?
Coming out today. I gotta give me a few minutes to get dressed. Slip on something. I really don't feel well today. Just give me a few minutes to slip something on.
Thank you, ma'am.
I don't want that in my house.
are you doing?
Hey, Miss Powers.
Now, come on in. I don't appreciate y'all coming to my home with this foolishness because this is a bunch of foolishness. I'm not a well person.
Okay, well, I'll agree with.
I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes on it.
I'll agree.
Come on in. Just come
I'll
on
agree
in.
with your statement
Go
about
ahead,
the
straight.
foolishness.
I really am. I'm very upset.
Yeah.
I met y'all at City Hall or whatever at y'all office or something. I don't appreciate y'all coming to my home because I'm the same person. I don't have all kind of foolishness going on in my house. I'm very upset.
Yeah.
Very, very upset. Y'all have a seat.
Miss Johnson's very upset too. Now you know that.
But you know what? I need, before we even get started with her, I went through, you think she went through hell and high water since I've been on here too. And I know you all have already heard about it. If I could show you the folder of the foolishness that I've had to endure.
Yeah, you're talking about the pictures.
She and I became a council person at the same time. She's not the first African American that's on there. First of all, that's number one. Second of all, excuse me, man. I'm 66 years old and this is not what I signed up for.
Well, Ms. Powers, we're really here just to ask you just a couple questions, and then we can really get up out of here just as quick as we came in. And I do apologize for having to be here.
I'm sorry, I just got this
We're just,
thing I can't sit to.
You want to sit on the sofa over here?
No, everything. I don't even sit in here no more right now because of this back I had.
You didn't even get your chair from the
Two
table?
different surgeries, no, it's on my back. I'm sorry to sit to the side of it.
no, that's okay.
I don't even sit in my living room no more right now until I can get my back in order. And I've been going so much. I had physical therapy yesterday, and I ran, and I'm paying for it today.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
paying for it today. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, we can just really narrow it down just a couple questions, and we've been asking this of everybody that was there at the meeting that day.
But as just said, I wasn't there. I didn't stay. I had surgery. That was a Thursday. I just left the doctor from. I just had surgery, and I didn't even stay.
Right, but
executive session. I was not even there.
this is the executive session that happened back in 2015. Are we still talking about the same one?
No, I thought you were talking about that the night that they were.
No, man. We're really trying to focus in on the night that the picture was taken.
I don't even know what night that was. I saw that picture. I glanced at last year, and I said, you know, this This is out of order.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't even remember the whole thing. I really don't.
Alright, well,
I really don't remember the whole thing.
So you saw the picture last year?
That was, I'm thinking it was last year. I just excluded it out of my brain, so I don't really remember. I didn't even think this, that matter. I haven't seen it on because I don't do that internet, all that stuff. I do have Facebook because I have a son in California, and that's how he and I, keep up. I can see him on Facebook. But other than that, I don't go nowhere else on Facebook. That's what they said it was, but I can't say. I didn't never see it on Facebook. I never saw it on Facebook, and I can't remember if it was last year or the first of the year. It it didn't stay in my mind because, like I said, I'm just not that type of person. Anything so, it just blocked me. I blocked it. I didn't, I didn't think no more of it. I thought it's like, what the heck?
well, the photo was taken supposedly on or around May 28th of 2015
Where?
at the City Hall when you were in executive session. Has anybody come up to you since May of last year and said, hey, there's a photo of Miss Johnson, or, we've got something that doesn't look too fond of her, or has any of the other council members mentioned this photo?
They never mentioned the photo until after this happened. This was the only time that this is a folder of all the things that I have been going through. This is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
This is just part of it. I mean, you want to see some pictures, it's some stuff I haven't even printed off yet that I have been going through. I mean, just pure hell. I've just been going through pure hell since last year. This year, I've been in the hospital. Been in the hospital 4 times. Been in the hospital 4 times because I don't want to deal with stuff like that. We didn't do all of this. This wasn't going on when we first. I went in right when Debbie went in. She and I was elected at the same time. All of this other stuff was not going on. It's just manufactured itself, and it's just out of control. It really is to me. It's just out of control.
You don't know who took the picture. Would you have any idea? Do you have a gut feeling? Do you have any suggestions who we might talk to?
I know everybody done told you how we sit, in executive session, it's like you've been in there.
We've been in the room.
You see how the room is situated, right?
Yes.
Usually when we go in executive session, everybody's usually sitting separate from each other because there's so many tables. Or sometimes I sit next to Bill Herron, messing with him, or I'll sit in the back somewhere. It's according to how I feel that night. If I'm hurting, I'm in the back because I'm in one of those comfortable chairs back there. Other than that, everybody's sitting. So I have no idea how anybody could even take a picture like that.
Yeah.
If I remember the picture, because I only saw it that once, if I remember it correctly, she was sitting, and I don't understand how it was taken because under the table, it's a wood. You say y'all paid attention to the table, right?
Well, now this
So, I don't know.
isn't in the open council room.
No, I'm not talking about in there. I'm saying, where did y'all spoke to anybody in? Have y'all been in that other room?
Yes, we've
where
been
we
in
hold executive session.
Yes, ma'am.
Did y'all look at the tables?
Yeah.
Because under there, you see it's a cover. It's a piece of wood thing. Because a lot of times I put my feet up on that to lay back.
Yeah, those tables are open underneath. There's nothing there to obstruct the view. They're open.
I remember a piece be up there because I put my foot up on the railing.
There is a black wire down to the bottom.
at the very bottom where you could put your foot, but nothing other than that.
I got to look at it again, because sometimes I have to put my feet up there to,
Is there any one person that was on the council back in 2015 that may have had more of a dislike for Ms. Johnson than others? Now, keeping in mind, there's two people that are no longer on the council that were in 2015.
May of 2015, I can't say that anybody had a dislike. I mean, to go to that extreme, I hope nobody didn't have, I hope they were just being funny or whatever when they did it, because I don't think anybody had a dislike per se.
Well, that is another possibility, that the photo was taken just trying to capture a funny moment.
That's how I looked at it. I didn't look at it as I said, oh, they got jokes.
Yes.
That's what I didn't even think of. Now, you're the first person that ever said that. You know, talking with another, well, I've spoken with Bill because he told me that he did talk to you all.
I'm the first person that said what?
I said, am I the first one to say that maybe it was just, you know, that's how I felt, like maybe it was a joke or something. You know, I never thought about anybody disliking her in that manner I mean, what would they gain from taking a picture like that? I thought it was just a joke thing. I said, you know, they got jokes. But I never paid any attention. It didn't have a caption or anybody's name or anything attached to it. So I didn't think, that was like you said, if it was last year or the first of this year, it did not dawn on me anymore about it.
Yeah, it was supposedly taken May of last year.
Since January, I've been in and out the hospital 4 times. That was the last thing on my mind. It really was. Until that night. Until last month when we was getting ready to leave city council meeting, and Mr. Fox got up and said what he said, and then Mr. Bobby called because we weren't going to have executive session, and Mr. Bobby called for executive session, but I've learned since then that kind of personnel matter should not have even been taken, you know, that should not have even taken place there, because that's not a personnel matter.
Yeah.
You know, that's a personal matter. That's not a personnel matter.
Yeah. When that meeting occurred, how did Ms. Johnson conduct herself? Was she professional, or was she just so upset that she was cussing all over the place?
I was not there.
Oh, okay.
I got a phone call because like I said, I went to the doctor that day. He told me not to even go to city council meeting, but being who I am, the mayor promised me that we wouldn't have an executive session, that we were only going to be in there about an hour or so.
Yes.
So I went on. I left the doctor and went straight to City Hall. I went and sat in the office for a while to time for City Council. Then we went in there, and it was like an hour and 5 minutes or something. And as the mayor got ready to hit the gavel, that's when Mr. Fox got up and said whatever he said. And I looked back at the mayor, and then I told him, I said, I'm not going to stay. I can't do this. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You know, I said, my doctor told me not to even be here. And I went to the mayor and I told him, I don't feel good. You know, I just came from the doctor, and he said, you're permitted to leave. And I said, thank you. I left. I did get phone calls afterwards, and then the next day read that article.
Yes.
And, you know, everybody was just livid how she, how they said that she, and somebody that was still there, because when we do executive session, we haven't closed city council meeting yet. We have to come back in, and then the mayor, asked for a motion and second, and then then it's over. So some people were still there.
Yes.
Some people were still there that heard her,
Right. Do you have any knowledge that the city administrator ever viewed the photo?
Mm-mm.
Do you have any knowledge of Bill Heron ever viewing the photo? Did Bill ever say, hey, I looked at it and it wasn't pretty, or?
Bill never said if he ever, you know what, I never thought about that. I'm sorry. He never said if he He never said if he
Mm-hmm.
he never. You know what?
How about the mayor? Did the mayor ever say that he viewed it on and around when it was taken?
You know, since this happened, I have not. Isn't this shame to say, but since all of this went on, I haven't even spoken to the mayor.
Yes.
I haven't even spoken to him about this. Even when it first came out, we never talked. No, nobody ever talked about it.
Yeah.
I guess we thought it was a dead matter because, like I said, I thought it was somebody being funny. And then the more I thought about it over the weekend, it seemed like it was a lady sitting next to her or something. I can't remember. I don't even remember the picture.
Yeah. When
But because of whoever that lady was, we couldn't have been in executive session because it's only council members, city clerk, mayor, and city administrator. Nobody else can come in executive session.
That
yeah.
was the city clerk sitting behind her.
Huh?
That was the city clerk that was sitting.
No, somebody was sitting on the side of her. And
Yeah, behind her, that was the city clerk.
No, I thought somebody was sitting sitting next
Well-
to her. I don't remember.
Yeah, in the photo, there's one other female that's visible. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
that was a
remember.
white female.
Yeah, but I thought it was an older lady. I haven't seen it no more, so I can't remember. Just thinking about it over the weekend. Because I was just trying to remember. And I was trying to remember, I'm thinking, whenever I go back up to City Hall, I got to look at that table again, because...
Have you heard anybody talking about the photo before it came out?
Oh, no, You know what? Like I said, things like that, I don't hold. So, it was like, I hate to use an old saying, but it was like water off a duck's back, and I never did even talk to anybody about it. I was like, somebody got jokes, and I really, truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, thought somebody was just trying to be funny. I had no idea that thing would ever hit like it did.
Yeah.
So you say somebody did you see it before it was in the newspaper or the picture?
Yeah, I saw it wasn't in the newspaper.
No, it was on Facebook.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it on I didn't see it. Somebody sent it to me, but that was on my old phone that I crashed.
You remember when they sent it?
I didn't keep it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How long has it been since your phone crashed?
Oh, that's 2 or 3 of them. One of them just went dead. One of them I dropped in the driveway and broke. So that was 2. So I
What
did
with the picture?
one of them. I don't remember because one of them was either November or December, and then one was the first of the year. Now the one I dropped in January or February, I dropped that phone in the driveway getting in the car. Was it on that one?
So it was definitely several months before all of this came out.
Several months. That's why. Like I said, I've been ill. This kind of stuff is the last thing that was on my mind right now.
Yeah.
It's not being funny to y'all.
Yes, ma'am, I
The best
understand.
thing right now is I'm trying to get well. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't even want to be nowhere near all of I'm sorry. I got to find some papers for Ameris Bank that they've been calling. They'll call back.
So can you remember who sent the picture?
They didn't say. I remember that. It
Somebody
didn't-
just sent you a picture.
Yeah, and I said somebody got jokes.
Oh, okay.
So it came off on a
And I just-
text message? Did somebody text it to you?
Was it text? I guess that's the only way they can send it because I don't give out my email and nothing. I don't very seldom. And that man Jody Hawks, he got hold to my personal email, and this is where he's been sending all this junk here to. Jody Hawks been sending that. He has my personal email, so I don't know if he sent it to me or what. He sends me And like I said, if y'all see some of this stuff in here,
Yeah.
y'all are just vomit.
You know how to block him, right?
I finally got somebody to block him last. I had just got out the hospital, so that's been, but it was a Saturday. So
Yeah.
Saturday will be 3 weeks. So somebody finally blocked him last week or week before last for me. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
But now they saying that he's sending it to my city email.
Yeah.
But but now my city email is messed up because Hargrave called me yesterday. But I was on 95 coming back from physical therapy, and I told him, I said, I'm not even home. I said, I can't look at it. They were trying to fix it. And I told him I wasn't home. And that's why I thought it was just not calling me, because I told him to call me this morning and then we could work on it. I could work on it from home. But I told him I can't work on it. I'm on 95. I remember it.
Right.
That was late yesterday evening.
Right. Now, Ms. Powers, you got to be very careful who you talk to, because somebody may call you posing as somebody from Hargrave.
Oh, don't say that.
Yes, ma'am. And they may be doing it just to get your information.
Oh, God.
The phone call would probably go like, Ms. Power, my name's Ron, I'm from
So I
Hargrave.
I need to check with Miriam to see if she had Hargrave to call me, right?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, because,
I didn't even think about that.
Ms. Power, we're having trouble with the email account. We're just trying to make sure everything's
That's
okay.
what he said. That's just what he said. That's exact. I was on 95 coming back.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he said.
And we'd like to verify your username and your password. We want to make sure everything's on our side correct.
God, I didn't think about this. Like I said, I wasn't feeling well, and I still had to go up to the city to pick up to take those papers, and I left there and I came back and I crashed.
Yes, ma'am.
I did. Thank you. I need to check with Miriam to make sure she told him to call me. I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about it. That's what you said is exactly what he said. And especially, I didn't even think about it. What's going on now is no telling.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Corporal, any more questions? I don't really want to keep the lady.
I have one or two more questions. The picture that you said you got it before it ever hit the news, before all this incident came out, right? And it was on one of your phones, so it was around, which would have made it around about December or a little before December?
Somewhere up in there. I cannot give y'all a date. Like I said, let me tell y'all, 2 weeks ago, I turned 66, and I see the difference. I can't hold them things in their head like y'all can laugh you want. When y'all get 66, y'all will realize you can't hold them things in your head like you used to, the dates and all of that. My daughter gets something, Mom, I told you it was going to be so-and-so date. I was like, whatever. So my refrigerator is full of paper and dates. Okay? That's where I look at everything at. So, no, I didn't, to say what date it was. I'm getting this file here ready now because I'm getting ready to do something about Jody Hawks, because he's talking to me all about under my clothes and called me all a bald head this and called me an ASS clown, and he just low rates me to the depths. He really do. Like I said, I don't even know if he might have sent it. I don't even remember, because if things don't go, if it don't go Jody Hawk way, then he just picks one of us, and he goes from there. Now, the first of the year, I took Mr. Hawk to court, trying to get some of this resolved about what he did, what he's been doing to me. Well, Judge Michael Kopp gave him permission to keep on doing it because he said he had his First Amendment right. So I guess when you become a politician, you don't have First Amendment rights anymore. So Ms. Johnson was the only one. I had a lot of supporters there. Ms. Johnson was the only one that got up and testified against me. So I don't know. I will tell y'all, after all of this hit, I did speak with Mr. Steele, and I found out that he was the one posted, what is it, Facebook? Is it Facebook? Okay,
Yes.
Facebook. And I said, Mrs. Steele, I said, Port Wentworth ain't got enough problems going on. I said, now you done open up a can of worms that it will not be closed no time soon. I said, and he just went ranting and raving. And, you know, they've been having problems since last year.
Who's
Yeah.
they?
Because of
Who's they?
Miss Johnson and Mr. Steele, because of the email or text message that she sent about them being members of the KKK.
Okay, and great, yeah.
So I guess y'all know all about that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So they've been going back and forth. And then this same man, Jody Hawks, got in it. So I don't know if he's mixed up in this. I don't know.
Mr. Stanhope. He was on the council when you were on there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he sat in between, in the courtroom where we sat. He sat in between me and Miss Johnson.
Oh, he would sit between you and
I
Johnson?
sat here. He sat there, and she sat on the end. He sat right in. Excuse me. He sat right in between us.
Okay, he would sit between the middle of both of them.
Yeah, he sat in between us.
Did he used to always have his phone or a tablet or anything with him?
He would have that tablet, but Ernie never paid no attention. Ernie always playing a game. He was always playing a game on his tablet. I didn't see a phone, but on the tablet he would always
have
be.
his tablet with
Yeah,
him.
his tablet be up on the desk, and we'll be conducting business, and he's steady. Because one time I told the mayor, I said, you know, when we do a yay or nay, I said, he don't do neither one. I said, he's supposed to be voting, and he doesn't vote. I said, so it don't be a fair vote. I said, he's always on that tablet playing some kind of game or something. So I called that to the mayor's attention. I think that was sometime last year. I called that to the mayor's attention, but he's always playing some kind of game on
So he would sit between you and Miss Johnson, and he would hold it.
It was like you sitting there, Miss Johnson, Ernie, and me. That's, it was the three of us.
But
It's
that's,
three at each table.
yeah, that's at the council. That's the open session,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's not at the executive
Oh
session.
no. Mostly everybody sat at a different table.
Yes,
Like
ma'am.
I say, sometime I sat next to Judge Bowers, else I sit by myself or sat next to Bill Herring messing with him. But other than that, and then Philip, Mary would sit in the back because she's taking notes. So Philip and the mayor be up front, and if the city attorney is there, he's up front with them. So mostly everybody's at a separate table.
If the picture was taken in the executive session, who do you think at that time, with everybody on the council, would have more than likely taken that picture?
I'm saying, I don't even remember anybody be sitting that close to a kid. I mean, if I remember it correct, it was like a direct shot. So who would be that close to her to take a direct shot like that?
Well, it was somebody that was sitting to the left up front.
See, she usually, okay, y'all in there, say those are the windows right there. And Debbie usually, like where that chair is, Debbie usually sit at a table over on that side.
Mm-hmm.
So who would be sitting? Who would be sitting over there?
Did Mr. Stanhope always sit in the back?
No.
Did
He either sat in the table before her or a table on this side.
so he would sit a little bit in front of her to the
He would sit
left?
a table in front of her or sit to a table to the right of her. Usually, like I said, everybody, because it was just 6 of us, everybody usually just get a table.
Plenty of room for
Yeah, it was
everybody.
plenty of room because we didn't, unless it, I don't even know, was that a workshop? It could have been a workshop. I don't know. And even at workshops, we do that because we stretching out because we got our papers and stuff. So it's usually just because on the last show, Tim Holbrook, he'll be sitting somewhere right here as you come in, one of those tables right there. Tim would sit somewhere right there, and I usually sit behind him or something. And Bill would sit probably next to me. And the only person would sit over that side is either Ernie or Judd. And I'm just puzzled that how could they take it, you know, from what I remember, because I really don't remember it too much. I don't want to. No offense to y'all. I know y'all doing y'all investigation. I can understand that. You know, y'all doing y'all job. You know, I applaud y'all for, but I know y'all have heard some stories since y'all started this thing. I mean, I don't even know.
No lack of those going on here.
Yeah,
No.
I know. I feel sorry for y'all, really.
Yeah, we're separating it though. We're
You want
putting
to
it
get
through
up
the
there?
sifter and trying to get the good stuff out.
I feel like I met you before somewhere.
America's Most Wanted.
Maybe that's probably what it is. What's your name?
Tory Mack.
Mac.
Mackey.
Mackey.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't kin to John Mackey, are you?
Yes.
See what I told you?
I know.
I know you look like him too. Tell me that's your father.
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know. I've seen your face. I've seen you somewhere before. I came back here and got into this politic, and I tell you, I lost my mind.
If it wasn't going before, it is now, right?
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all just don't know. This is not, especially now, you know. I got down. I forced myself because I'm trying to get a goal before if I decide to leave office next year. I had a goal, so I pushed myself. Was told not to, but I did it anyway, and went to some classes. Went to 2 classes last week, and I tell you, everybody and their mama was stopping me. What are y'all doing out there in Port Wentworth? I said, oh, Jesus. Everybody, you know, I was like, I ain't doing nothing. We ain't talking about you. What are they trying to do? I said, I don't know. All I do is do what I can do for the people and try to keep my health straight. That's all I'm trying to do. Do what I can do.
No.
You know, so it's really, you know, then I got a call yesterday telling me it was in the Atlanta Constitution last week, and I said, Jesus.
Well, what's really strange is that the 2 people that are causing the most trouble are citizens. Steely has no ties to the politics of the town, and Hawks has no ties to the politics of the town.
Especially him. I don't understand it. That's what made me ask Mr. Steele, why would you cause this kind of situation to go on? I said, you know, he was like, well, you know.
What'd he say?
Well, you know, all this hell she been, you know, giving me, calling me, telling me about it. I'm a member of the KKK, and you know, he just was going off, and I said, Mr. Steele, you know, you're going to mess around, you're going to cause this city some bad business here with this, you know, with this kind of stuff going on. I said, it's not good. I said, you know, sometimes I talked to him off and on, because really, he wanted to do some other stuff, and I really talked him down. I said, listen, you live here. Whatever happens in Port Wentworth affects you as much as it affects anybody else too.
Yep.
Remember, your money is helping to run this city also. So, you know, you need to, you know, buckle down with all this foolishness. He just be going off. So it's like a tug of war to me. You know, especially this Jody Hawk, and they telling me this man's been up to these tricks for so many years. You know, I've seen folders. Not lied, I saw boxes. I've seen boxes of stuff this man, you know, it's just, it's really out of control. He really is out of control. He really is. And when Judge Cobb told him that he had his First Amendment, he's been coming at me like, y'all just don't know. This man has been coming after me. I'll tell you why. He's coming after me because I will not fold to, I am what they call the deciding vote.
Yes.
On the council right now. I was even approached to do something, I refused to do it. And ever since I refused to do what somebody asked me to do, I've been catching hell, point blank. I've been catching pure hell.
Is there anything unethical or illegal going on up there that we should know about?
Nothing. Right now we're in the process of trying to get some property. We want to sports complex built. I'm over doing the Houston Museum. We're doing that. We're just trying to do land acquisitions right now and trying to get the Houston Museum up here on 21 done. And I don't see anything out of the ordinary for a city and for a small city like this that we're doing. I mean, I don't see anything, what's going on that's normal. I mean, Savannah got much more going on than us, okay?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Pooler, all of them. But that's all we're trying to bring in some businesses, and I mean, that's all we're doing. That's all we're trying to do. That's what I see.
Is the new ballpark going to be on the north side or the?
Well, y'all didn't hear from me. Hey, Mackie, wake up.
I'm listening. I am listening.
Y'all didn't
No,
hear
no,
from
no,
me.
just general. Is it going to be on the other side of 95 or the old side?
On this side of 95.
Yeah,
But I think
That's
it's
okay.
already been advertised.
yeah.
It was some property that was supposed to be purchased to buy some homes behind Newport,
Yeah,
but the developer decided not to do it. So we in negotiations to buy that property, but it's behind Newport subdivision.
hmm
So it's going to be on this side. And they're still going to keep the gym open, but it's just going to be the sports complex.
yes.
So everything will be run. All of that will be run from what they call the north side over this side. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, good,
Be over
good.
here.
Wish the best for y'all.
I hope so. I hope I can last that long.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
can last that long. But
Gonna make sure that your name's on the plaque when they dedicate it.
You know what? Right now, I didn't even want my name on that paper.
Oh no.
When I got it's in here. When I got that copy of that thing, I said, oh. And then she put my personal address on it. Everybody else got the city's city hall's address. She put my personal address on here. I'm not happy. You
Yeah.
don't put my personal address on here. Everybody else is under the city. Then I should be under the city address too. So I knew y'all knew where I live at. And I said, well, when I got the call that but Bill was being funny. He said the police looking for you.
No, he said that.
So I said, so he bust out laughing. I said, what I done did now? So he said, you know that thing about Miss Johnson? So I said, well, tell him to come down to Jekyll Island.
Yeah.
I said, tell him to
We
come
would
down.
have enjoyed that trip, man.
Okay, I said, tell him to come down to Jekyll Island to see
Yeah.
me. So I knew between yesterday, I wasn't here all day yesterday. I was
Yes, ma'am.
was in Poole. Like I said, thank you very much again for telling me that, because I'm going to check with Miriam as soon as y'all leave to see did she tell Hargrave to call me, because exactly what you said is what he said to me. So I didn't even think about somebody might be trying to get into my my city email, because like I said, now that I blocked him from my personal email, they say he's now got you in the city email. I said, well, I don't even want to see that. And when I tried to get in my city email, because Miriam sent us a email regarding this, and I called and told her, I said, I can't get in. And she said, well, a few of y'all been having problems. And I never did get back with her about it. I wasn't thinking about it. I would have dealt with it today. I would have dealt with her today, but since you said that, so when if he called before I talked to her, I'm not going to talk to him until after I talk to her. I won't talk to him, until I verify with her
Yes.
that she did give Hargrave my, and then he called me on my cell. He called me, I didn't even think about that. He called me on my cell phone. Something, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope I've helped y'all in some way so how much longer with this? We got city council meeting next week.
Yeah, we have a few more interviews to go. We're trying to get them done in a timely fashion so we can prepare our report.
So our Wentworth police turned it over to
It was done that way because there was a suggestion of the Port Wentworth Police Department possibly being biased, that it was not going to be a fair investigation. And so based on that, it was in the best interest to turn it over to another agency. And our agency was contacted.
We've got some good policemen, I tell you. I appreciate them all the time. I really do. We've got some.
Yep.
And Chief will fire them in a minute, believe me, okay?
Yeah.
Chief has no respect. Said he don't care who it is. He said it could be his best friend on the police force. If you do wrong, you're out of here. That's one thing about Chief Libby. You know, he have no respect of person. He really don't. Y'all excuse me, they just been. I get up at 6:30 prayer. I try to go back to sleep. I couldn't. And as soon as I tried to go back to sleep, I heard the damning.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And then I thought about it. I said, at first I said, who know I'm home? But I thought about, oh, my card there, because sometimes my daughter had my car. I said, oh, my card there. And then right before that, the phone rang, and the mayor's bank supposed to be calling me back.
Yeah.
Give me some information. So I appreciate y'all. Go ahead. Well, y'all from the Sheriff Department, but y'all are...
We are with the Internal Affairs Unit with the Sheriff's Department.
Internal Affairs with the Sheriff Department.
Yes.
Okay. Internal Affairs. I need to
We're
think about that.
usually investigating internal affairs with the Sheriff's Department. And so we're out here doing this now as a favor.
As a favor?
I don't believe we're getting compensated, no. So, I mean,
As a favor to who?
the city of Port Wentworth.
But next time, turn down the favor.
That's above my pay grade, ma'am.
Come up with this stuff here, I tell you.
Yeah, no, we all get paid the same. We're doing what we do normally. It's just we're having the pleasure of meeting with you.
It's a pleasure meeting with you, and to find out Mr. Mackey has people all up in the police and all.
Yeah.
I thought all his family was down there on that waterfront. You got a lot of family down there on that waterfront, right? Yeah. My father was a longshoreman. My father was a longshoreman for 30-some years before he died.
That was hard work.
During that time it was.
Yes,
now
sir.
they push a button
Yeah.
and go on about that business. I was just teasing my spiritual son at church. I said, look at you. You call yourself you've been to work. He was so clean. And he's like, talking about, Mama Powers, we do work. I said, yeah, push